Hi, I'm Jack Condrey. I'm from Charleston, South Carolina. I've been a Pleasure-way owner since about 2017. I've actually owned two Pleasure-ways. My first was a Lexor, which I loved, and the second one, which I currently have, is a Plateau 2021.5, I think. If you were to ask me the one reason why I chose Pleasure-way above all the other choices of Class B RVs, I would summarize it with one word: quality. I looked very extensively prior to purchasing my Lexor, which was the first Pleasure-way I had, and I studied the internet literally hours. And all RVs have an advantage or disadvantage, and you have to weigh what you like and don't like. But the one thing I knew I wanted was I didn't want to have a lot of things I needed to fix. RVs, they get shaked, rattled, and rolled going down the highway, and they're famous for you having to fix something frequently. And with my Pleasure-ways, that's really not been the case. So I have enjoyed the Pleasure-way. I enjoy the size. When you decide what kind of camper you want, you have to decide, do you want it to be able to drive or tow? In my case, I thought just driving it, not having to tow something, was simpler. And then you think about the size. I wanted something that was easy to drive and easy to park. And it's amazing. We travel with our dog. I travel with my wife. We've been to Yellowstone a couple times. We've been north to Maine and all the way south to the Florida Keys. We've been a lot of places. But interestingly, the one use that I really enjoyed about my Pleasure-way more than maybe the traveling was when I was working. I drove it to work. I would drive my RV to work. I'm a retired dentist. And I would at lunch go out and be in my RV, my Pleasure-way, and I would rest. I would eat lunch and maybe try to take a nap. I usually didn't fall asleep, but I'd lay down on the couch and rest. And I did that for years. And that was the best, well, I won't say the best use, but one of the most enjoyable uses of my camper van was the fact that I could use it at work for a lunch break and to rest. And the other thing that I like about my Pleasure-way is I live in a gated community, and they do not allow RVs to be parked for more than 2 or 3 days in your driveway. But I got permission because there's a stealthiness to the camper vans where they don't really scream RV. And I got permission to park my van in my driveway in my gated community. And believe it or not, they allowed it. So I'm able to park it in my driveway at home. I don't have to pay a storage fee. And I'm able to use it for more than just trips. I'm able to use it for very practical things. So if you haven't considered Pleasure-way, it is a great product, and I highly recommend it.
Fantastic. Jack, any upcoming plans for your van?
Upcoming plans? Well, I'm going to go to the Pleasure-way Rally in Hershey, and that's coming up in September. For the immediate summer, the answer is I don't have it. I've had a little slight change of life. My mother-in-law, my 90-year-old mother-in-law, moved from New York to be with us in South Carolina. And so I have a little change of lifestyle where we need to be nearby her for the moment. But we're still going to find ways to take short trips and use the van. So the answer is yes, we're going to go to the Pleasure-way Rally in Hershey. That's in September.
And I'm going to be there too. Look forward to seeing you.
That'll be fun. I've never done a rally, so that will be interesting.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Jack. Hope to see you down the road.
All right. I'm sure we will. Thank you, Mark.
Thanks.